Hello everybody, how are you doing today? And today I have a very interesting topic that I really want the community's opinions on. Now, I was very sure for a while that Beast Boy would be maybe some kind of surprise out of nowhere character for Injustice 2 console, that I really for sure thought that Beast Boy would definitely be an Injustice 2 console, but just like everybody else, it seems that Beast Boy just isn't going to be a part of Injustice 2, which I gotta say, I think is a very poor move on NetherRealm's part. I think Beast Boy definitely should have been in this game. I think Beast Boy as a DLC character may have sold the most out of all the characters. Beast Boy next to Red Hood, Starfire, Raiden and Sub-Zero. I'm sure Beast Boy would have been the most downloaded or second most. So I do think that was a pretty big missed opportunity on NetherRealm's part, but I do have sort of an idea, and I think I know what NetherRealm is up to. I don't know why they decided to possibly do this with Beast Boy, but what I'm going to say is I'm about 99% sure is going to happen. The real question is when it's going to happen. But let me take you back to... So basically my idea is Beast Boy is going to come to Injustice 2 Mobile. He's going to be an Injustice 2 mobile character, and that, I think, is pretty undeniable. I think that is totally going to happen. And my question is whether it's going to happen sooner or later. Are they going to release him, in the coming months? Or maybe will they release him in over a year from now? Who knows? They might wait until Injustice 3 gets announced to put Beast Boy in the game. I don't think they would do that. But, then again, they have done that. They've done that with Deadshot in Injustice Mobile. Injustice 2 was announced. A couple months later, Deadshot was put in Injustice Gods Among Us Mobile. So, my question is... and let me provide some evidence. For anyone who thinks this wouldn't happen, let me provide some evidence for why I think this. And also why around now is the perfect time for them to do it. Although I think they should wait until they release that Teen Titans Go movie. They should probably put Beast Boy in the game around June or July, is what I think. They should definitely put Beast Boy in the game when marketing for that film goes, when they really get going on the marketing, because that movie is still a few months away, and not that anyone who plays Injustice 2 is going to go see that, because that's pretty much a movie for little kids. But essentially, it's overall a good time to release Beast Boy in the game to coincide with a movie that's releasing. So let me go ahead and give you some background. So Injustice Mobile, the first game, Injustice Mobile's very first character to be mobile exclusive was Darkseid. Now, Darkseid was one of the characters that I think people really wanted, but obviously never happened. And he was Mobile's first character. And he came to the game, I think it was 11 months after the game's release. So less than a year. So the game released in April. Darkseid was a mobile exclusive the next March. right before Injustice Gods Among Us turned 1 year old. So what's interesting about that is right now we are on the 11th month of Injustice 2, which means technically if they were going to do exactly what they did last time this time, which I don't think they are, they would be releasing Beast Boy this month, or they would be releasing a mobile exclusive character. Now, the reason I say Beast Boy is because Beast Boy would definitely be the most hyped character. A lot of people would jump onto Injustice 2 Mobile to play as him. This would get eyes from all around the community of Injustice 2. You know, all the Injustice 2 YouTubers would be making videos on it, and everybody would be pissed. Let me talk about one little tiny thing, though. If your argument is they're not going to do this because they don't want to make everybody angry, that is incorrect, because this exact thing they have now done 2 times already. We're looking at first Injustice Gods Among Us. Injustice Gods Among Us has a bunch of characters that are mobile exclusive that people wish were in the console version, but they are not. Characters like that include Darkseid, Deadshot, Static, and then you also have Arkham Knight. Isn't that interesting? These are all characters that people wanted in Injustice Gods Among Us, but that never happened. And in MKX Mobile, my experience with MKX Mobile is limited, but there are many characters in MKX Mobile that are not in MKX. Those characters include Freddy Krueger, Jade, more recently Kintaro, and I think that might be it. There are some other characters that are from previous games, but yeah. So MKX is guilty of the same thing. So here's basically what I'm getting to. Every mobile game, and by every I mean 2 so far. So Injustice and MKX Mobile started putting in characters that are not in their console counterpart. So I'm not sure when MKX Mobile's first mobile exclusive character was. I'm not exactly sure, but you know, that did in fact happen at some point. Well, I mean, more recently, Shao Kahn is in MKX Mobile, who you can't play, who was not playable in MKX. So that is one big mobile exclusive. And that's the kind of mobile exclusive that I'm thinking about for Injustice 2 Mobile. But definitely, if I were to pick a character, it would definitely be Beast Boy that they would be putting in as an Injustice 2 Mobile exclusive. Now, let me answer the question when this will happen. So NetherRealm it's really hard to pinpoint what NetherRealm does. There's only a couple of things that we can predict about NetherRealm's games, and the only thing that's predictable is when they update their games, and also when certain things in game happens. But in terms of the future of the games, the upcoming characters, the upcoming in-game mechanics, just content in terms of creativity, it's almost impossible to predict what they're going to do. Most recently, their newest version of Superman is Superman from the original comics in his very first issue, and it's a cel-shaded Superman. If you ever played the game Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda, he looks like that, in that style. And I could have never, that would have been the last thing that I literally would have predicted. Like, they're looking for a new Superman, and what do? They pick the first Superman ever Action Comics #1, and they put that into the game. That is like the last thing that I ever would have expected. So it's impossible to predict what they're going to do on a creative level. I'm still trying my best to try and predict their craziness, but it's very hard. They're just... I mean, they're killing it when it comes to creativity. It's impossible for me to guess. But I'm still going to try. And, you know, even now that I'm talking about this out loud, Beast Boy maybe is too obvious. Maybe he is too obvious of the mobile exclusive character to pick. So okay, so I'm going to answer a couple questions. So I'm going to start with this. What character other than Beast Boy could be Injustice 2 Mobile's very first mobile exclusive? And I think what they usually do is they usually bring a character that is not playable but is in-game. This has happened twice now with Darkseid and Killer Croc in Injustice Gods Among Us. That's happened twice. So, let's see. In Injustice 2, some of the non-playable characters. I mean, Killer Croc, once again. Black Manta is, in fact, playable, so that doesn't count. That's kind of a tough one. There's Victor Zsasz in the beginning of the story mode where he gets killed. He's possible, Victor Zsasz, I guess. Although I wouldn't want to see him over many other characters. I don't know, Victor Zsasz maybe. I don't remember seeing a lot of NPCs in Injustice 2, so you know, who knows? So I really don't know. I would say maybe Killer Croc, but you can already play him in Injustice 1. So I really can't think of... I was going to say maybe Raven, but she's also already playable in Injustice Gods Among Us 2. And same for Shazam. I could see them bring... Yeah, you know what? Shazam could be our first mobile exclusive. I'll say that. I'll say Shazam and then Raven. Both of them could be our first Injustice 2 mobile exclusive, although they were playable in the past. So now that I've broken it down, yeah, unless I'm forgetting something, Beast Boy really seems like the only character. Now, the other thing I was going to say is that video games being released by WB Games and Rocksteady, and films, you know, major films, characters that aren't in-game but that get used for promotion get put in the games. For example, Deadshot was put in Injustice Gods Among Us for marketing for Suicide Squad. The Arkham Knight was put in Injustice Gods Among Us in a whole big Batman Arkham Knight sort of marketing thing. And already existing characters get promotions based on things that are happening. So, for example, Man of Steel, the film, there's a Man of Steel Superman and there's a Man of Steel Zod. Then Batman v Superman, there's Batman v Superman versions of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, plus there's gears in the game. Suicide Squad, once again, there's 2 Joker cards, Harley Quinn, Deadshot. And then go over to Justice League, and in Injustice 2, all of the Justice League characters except for Superman, because because BVS Superman is already in the game and it's basically the same character, so they didn't feel like making another one. That's all in the game. And you know, when the Aquaman film comes out, I don't know if they'll be making another one because Justice League Aquaman is the same as Aquaman. So yeah, This went on a lot longer than I thought, but you know what? Let me just end it here by saying I think it's going to be Beast Boy. So, when do I think he's going to get released? I think it would be smart for them to release Beast Boy this June. And the other thing I was going to say is that I don't know what they're going to be revealing at E3. Well, they're going to reveal Mortal Kombat 11, in which I think Scorpion will be coming to Injustice 2 Mobile. I think that's pretty obvious. It'll be Mortal Kombat 11. It'll be Mortal Kombat 11 Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Raiden, obviously. So we're going to get 3. We're going to get Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Raiden. That's very easy right there. What else? And you know, I for some reason I really think that Rocksteady is gonna reveal what they're working on at E3, and I think it's a Ninja Turtle game. So I'm gonna call it. They're gonna put the Ninja Turtles in Injustice 2 Mobile. But it's going to be their new game characters and not their characters from Injustice 2. And that's it, I think. So, upcoming characters. Oh, but if it's not, if it's actually a Batman Arkham game, or if they reveal the Superman game, well, I'm going to be honest. I think Rocksteady's working on a Superman game, but I don't think they're going to be revealing it at E3. So I'm going to have to say no Superman. WB Montreal, who is like the Rocksteady side developer, I think they're working on a Batman Arkham game. That will probably get revealed at E3. I can definitely see that. And for that, they'll probably put a whole bunch of Batman Arkham versions in the game, unless they wait until like the game releases, which we won't see anything until the game releases. And yeah, so that's gonna do it. So let me quickly say, so what I would do is I would have the next update in June be the Mortal Kombat 11, so it would be Scorpion. It would be Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Raiden, plus all 4 Ninja Turtles. That would be my June Injustice 2 Mobile big E3 update. And then I would put in Beast Boy and Raven in July. Or maybe August. That's what I would do. And then for the upcoming Aquaman film, I don't know if they're going to do anything. They're probably not. But, you know, who knows. And I would also put in Shazam for the upcoming Shazam. I don't know. Once they start dropping trailers for that movie, that's when I would drop Shazam in the game. So yeah. That's it. I think we're going to get Mortal Kombat characters, Ninja Turtles, and then I think we're going to get Beast Boy, who will be our first mobile exclusive character. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. It was a little longer than I expected, but there was a lot I think I really needed to sort of talk about for my ideas on Beast Boy as the first mobile exclusive. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Guys, thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. Keep on fighting. I will see you in the next video. Have a fantastic day.